I'm Sean, and this is your 2-minute timeout. You know, we all understand that communication is the bedrock of successful business. It's the foundation from which everything springs. If you've got communication that's open, it's honest, it's direct, then you've got accountability, you've got ownership, you've got implementation, and you've got a culture that's based in solutions. Without communication, you don't have those things. I've learned over the years that one of the biggest barriers to communication is confusion around these three words: accountability, responsibility, and then the big negative, fault. If you're going to be successful, then communication has to be part of the foundation of who you are. So having a conversation about what these things mean is really important. Here's the way I look at it. I can be the person who's accountable for a particular area of the business, and yet for my area to be as successful as it can be, I need others on my team to take responsibility for implementing certain steps that are going to have my area be maximized. Now, the same thing may be true in reverse. Somebody else on my team is accountable for a different area, and they're asking me to take responsibility for doing certain things and implementing certain steps so that their area is maximized. So that's the difference between accountability and responsibility. Fault, there seems to be this negative connotation that if I'm responsible or accountable, then I'm going to be at fault. Here's the way I look at it. If a car wrecks into the front of my building and comes right into my foyer, I'm not at fault. And yet, I am ultimately accountable for making sure that my insurance adjuster, my contractor, and anybody else I need to get involved is taking responsibility to implement their necessary steps so that ultimately it's all fixed up like it never happened. That's the difference between accountability and responsibility, and how fault should not come into play. The blame game is not going to have you be successful long term. But if you have the conversation about the differentiation between these three words, and then you're using that as the foundation for open, honest, and direct communication daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, that's what's going to put you in a position to ultimately be as successful as you possibly can be. And that's what I want for you, is to reach your full potential. I'm Sean, and this has been your 2-minute timeout.